The opposite of pride is shame. And it seems that many people would rather people in the LGBTQ community live in shame of who they are. And I find it ironic that those coming up and spewing their Christian values forget Christian values have no place in our government. This is a community made of people observing laws, and those laws include the rights to live how you want. I'll also remind you, every one of you, that you all represent the LGBTQ community. You don't have the luxury of just representing white nationalists or heterosexual people. You have the responsibility to represent the rights of all people in Leander. And if you cannot stand with those in the proclamation today, then you have to question your ability of whether you're sincere in your leadership if you cannot lead all people of Leander. I find it sad that those coming up here and spewing hate in the name of God forget that the filthiest parts of their bodies are their mouths, and the hate that they're spewing and shaming people. And I wonder if they would have the indecency and the lack of couth to go up to a gay person and shame them to their faces. Because I feel like they come up here and they're really happy to promote their hatred and their agenda, feeling like celebrating people in our community is pushing it in their face. Yet they come and push their agendas in our face. These false Christian values that have nothing to do with the teachings of Jesus. Jesus hung out with the freaks. Jesus hung out with the people who were marginalized. Jesus didn't embrace those standing at the front of the temple. He stood with those that were cast out. And so when they come up here and use the name of Jesus to promote hate and viciousness towards the LGBTQ community, what they're basically saying is, I hate you too. Now, they can come and argue that I don't have to like you, but that doesn't mean I hate you. But when you don't recognize them as having a right to be proud of who they are, what you're telling them is they have every right to live in shame. And I don't think that's right. None of us should hide our heads in shame, not the Christians, not the gays, not the Black Americans in our community, not the Mexican Americans. We all have a right to live in peace, and we all have a right to be celebrated. And I would really like to say to the man who investigated sexual abuse, trying to tie his sexual abuse investigations to the LGBTQ community, as a trained child sexual abuse educator, the majority of sexual abuse predators are cisgendered, middle-aged white men. So I resent the implication that because you are gay, you are a predator. The predators are not the people we think they are. They're the people sitting next to you.